This podcast was recorded live in the Purple Room Studio.
That's kind of like a Mr. Hanky, actually. Howdy ho, I'm a here.
All over your shoe.
That's where shoe comes from.
Yes. Well, I will go ahead and say hello, everyone. Welcome to the StreamVoid Podcast, episode 140.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's a lot of episodes.
Yeah, I know. Cool. It's a cool amount of episodes, 140. I am MikeyT, and of course, across from me is KurbStomped. You can find us everywhere under our selected monikers. Literally everywhere. Just Google us.
Sure.
We're the first result that comes up. Guaranteed. If you're in Canada.
Well, I mean...
Maybe. I don't know.
If you Google KurbStomped, it'll say, do you mean KurbStomped? And then it'll have a clip of American History X. But yeah, whatever.
Yeah. That's true.
Yep.
This is the StreamVoid Podcast. You are listening to it. And this is a podcast about life and video games and everything in between.
Yes.
And so let's talk about some of that in-between stuff.
Okay, sure.
How was your week?
I've been sick still.
Yes.
I'm still sick.
The plague.
Yeah, basically.
I
can't shake it.
The white plague.
I'm not coughing quite as bad today as I have been.
No.
But,
You've
still
coughed
bad.
0 times so far. Maybe.
No, I coughed when you were gone, and I'm trying to resist the urge. Because it doesn't really do anything. I want to do it, but...
Nothing happens.
Nothing really happens. Sometimes something will happen, and it'll be like, oh, that was a good one, but usually nothing happens.
Just scratches the itch in your lower left lung.
Very rarely does it happen. So, yeah, that's been going on. So, I don't know. I've been trying to work with it, but I don't know. Like on Wednesday, the cough was very bad, and I was in the office, and the ladies were like, yeah, it's time for you to go home today.
See ya.
So I was like, okay, I'll leave. So I did.
Hey, you just work from home then.
Nah, I went to bed.
Yeah,
it's basically been like, what am I going to do when I get home? Stream? Nah, I'll go to bed.
Yep.
Like, should I watch Ahsoka for the StreamVoid podcast? I'll go to bed. I mean, I did watch it. But, yeah, it sucks. I got a doctor's appointment finally for next week.
Yeah, that's good.
Next week. I called on Monday at work, and the woman's like, answers the phone. Like, I need an appointment. I've been sick for a month, whatever. Okay. What's your name? What's your birthday? Oh, okay. Let me call you back. Set up an appointment. Oh, okay. Whatever. That's fine. So that was at like 1:30 or something like that. So then I looked, because I had to Google the phone number, and I look, and it's like, oh, they close at 2. Okay, so I'll hear back tomorrow about this appointment, right? All day Tuesday, no call. So, okay, sweet, no call. So then Wednesday morning, I call. So yeah, I called on Monday about an appointment. I was supposed to get a call back. I was very busy yesterday. Okay, well, I was very sick yesterday, so thank you for the call back. So then she's like, I'm like, first appointment. She's like, yeah, it's on the 7th. And I was like, oh my fucking God. So I was like, okay, I'll take it. Whatever. So, but when I was at work on Wednesday, the women are like, oh, you should go to emergency. And I was like, I don't think it's an emergency. I'll wait until I can go to the doctor. I don't want to clutter up emergency with my cough. It's not like I'm coughing up blood or something like that.
Yeah. If it's life or death, then I'll go to emergency.
Yeah,
but if it's like it's like a minor scrape, I'm like, no.
I wouldn't call this minor, but it's still like, I think there'd be more important things than me at emergency.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, it's been a rough time. Just a lot of sleeping, laying down, doing nothing, eating a sandwich for dinner, going to bed.
A PB&J.
Yeah, man. I've turned on to raspberry jam. I would always buy strawberry jam, and then I accidentally, grabbed raspberry because I'm an idiot. I do that sometimes. Well, I'll be like, oh yeah, that's what I want.
That's what I want. It's red and it's a berry.
I'll get home and be like, fuck. I do that all the time with Monsters. I'll be like, I'll take a white and a red Monster, and I'll get home and it's like, oh, this is watermelon. Fuck. So I did that where I grabbed it and I was like, oh, it's raspberry. Oh, well, whatever. I'll eat it. And then I was like, oh, I think I like raspberry more than strawberry jam.
Yeah, there you go.
So it's been raspberry and peanut butter
Nice.
on the old 9-grain wheat bread. I can't use white bread anymore.
No.
It's been a long time since I could do white bread.
I had a Schmucker's Uncrustable.
Oh, they have them finally?
Yeah.
I knew they were coming here, but I haven't seen them for sale.
Pretty good.
I want to try an Uncrustable.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen them anywhere.
They come in boxes of 4.
Yeah.
They're frozen. You know, you take one out.
Oh, they're
you let
frozen?
It thaw. Yeah, they're frozen.
That's why I've never seen them. I never thought they were frozen.
Yeah, they're frozen. So you take it out, you let it thaw, and somehow it's still not mush in the package.
Wow, that's crazy.
It doesn't get all mushy when you thaw it, and then you just eat it.
But it's like a little pie.
Oh,
it's on white bread, isn't it?
Yeah, it's white bread.
Yeah, it's just like eating a little pie.
Yeah.
So wait, it's peanut butter and jam?
Yeah.
And you ate it?
Yeah. I
with
like
jam?
peanut butter and jam.
With jam?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
Just a slight smear. Like just a slight amount.
But you don't eat jellies or jams.
No, I do. Just not in large quantities, like in a pie.
Oh my god. You're so weird.
But here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
I'll have a large what the hell? Pecan butterscotch. The hell are those called? Butter tarts.
Yeah, but that's not the same though.
It's not the same, but
that's
it's
that's
kind
like
of the
eating
same.
a meat pie.
Yeah.
That's like solid.
Yeah.
It's not gelatinous.
That's why I like it. Although some of them can be gelatinous.
Ugh, if you're eating one of those and it's gelatinous, something's gone wrong. Anyways, I don't know what I was saying. So, what did you do? I've not been very well thinking recently. I was working and I was picking stuff at the warehouse and I just was circling it. Like, oh yeah, I grabbed these pizzas or whatever. And then I was looking at the paperwork later and I was like, wait, I was supposed to get 48 of them. That's 4 boxes. I only got 1 box. So I had to go redo my work. So
crazy.
I've not been thinking too good.
Yeah.
My thinking is not too well.
I have no idea what I did at work. I went to Douglas Lake. I went to Vernon. I did some things. I don't know. It was a slow week until Friday. No, there's no one to yell at me anymore.
Perfect. That's the way it should be.
Yeah, it's good. Had the electricians in to do the rest of the stuff they needed to do before they changed over the panel.
Nice.
And the panel is getting changed over on the 7th. Hydro's coming in to hook the wires up to the house, and then the electricians will take it from there.
Nice.
I had an appointment with a guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's like super busy. He's hustling very hard. I'm like, my appointment was at 7:00 at night to give me a quote on Windows.
Oh, Windows.
Yeah. So I missed him that night. I don't know. I thought it was Tuesday, but it was actually Wednesday, the night I was supposed to meet him. But I was just down in the basement, just headphones on, just business planning it up. And I completely missed him.
Yeah.
Because, I had my headphones on, just blasting music, couldn't hear a thing.
Yeah.
And then we tried to hook up on Friday, but he was just too busy, so Saturday. Saturday was the day. He showed up at 8:30.
That's so busy that he can't even do a quote till 8 at night. Maybe you need another dude.
I don't know. He's the guy my cousin recommended. My cousin did the windows.
Okay.
So I'm going to hopefully change out all the windows down here too, but we'll see what his quote comes into.
Nice.
Because I've got 4 windows upstairs and 3 windows downstairs to change.
It's not that bad.
No. Should be under 10 grand.
You ever consider doing it yourself?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I've got too much stuff on the go now.
All right.
I managed to sleep in yesterday.
Wow.
I know. I slept until like 8.
That's unusual.
It is unusual. And then today I slept in until 10.
That's very unusual.
Oh, it's beautiful.
What time did you go to bed, though?
2.
Yeah. That's not that bad.
I stayed up very late last night. Probably till midnight. No, 11 o'clock working on the business plan.
Yeah.
Almost done.
Mm-hmm.
Almost done.
Yeah.
And then we decided to watch Matrix 4.
Oh, God. And why did you decide to do that?
Well, I've wanted to watch it because, it's the Matrix and I love the Matrix. Love the world building and all that. But, man.
It's good, right?
It's okay. Okay. It's different.
Yeah.
it's not an action movie. It's more like a love story.
Yeah.
It's more like a sci-fi romance.
I'm pretty sure what happened is that when what are those guys? The Wachowski brothers did the first Matrix movies with Warner Brothers. They have some sort of deal with them where they can make sequels, Warner Brothers, their own, if the Wachowskis say they don't want to do it.
Yeah.
So I'm sure Warner Brothers is like, hey, we're going to do Matrix. And they were like, no, we'll do it. We're going to do it. We have first say on it. And that's what they made because they didn't want to do it.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about it? Like what it is?
Well, like Keanu's a video game designer and he made a game called The Matrix.
Yeah, so after Matrix 3, when Neo and Trinity crash their ship into the mainframe, they reset the Matrix, they get plugged back in, and everything goes back. Like they don't.
And the whole three movies were pointless.
They don't destroy Zion, and all that kind of stuff. They actually, there is peace. Yeah. They actually broker peace, but they reset the Matrix, so everything gets reset. Yeah, but the Matrix is upgraded to Matrix 2.0. So instead of being early 2000s or early 90s, what is it? I can't remember what the first Matrix was. It was like early 90s or whatever. Early 90s, it's 2020. Mm-hmm. It's 2020. So everyone's got their cell phones, they got their video games, and people who want to have their minds freed can still free their minds, but because of the world they live in now, people don't want to do that. They're like, nah.
It's too good.
I don't want to be out there. This is just too good.
Yeah. What did the machines get out of it?
They still get their power.
Okay. So why did... Anyways,
but the weird thing is that when Neo...
What was the point of the first three movies then?
To free people's mind. And now, you can get freed. But with the Matrix 2.0, they don't want to be freed.
That's so stupid.
And so there's this weird... I don't understand what it is, but they have... Instead of in the birthing pods, like all those power pods, Neo and Trinity are in a separate power pod section where they're together but not together. They're near each other because they create the most power when they're near each other.
Oh, I see. They're two elements that react strongly.
Yeah. But so they look different in the Matrix, like when they're within the Matrix. Like Neo's a balding old dude. And Trinity's like some blonde lady, but you don't really know that because they're playing their, they're just their characters. But when they look in a mirror, you can see that sometimes. And Agent Smith is in there for some reason.
Just for fun?
Yeah. Well, he's actually Neo's boss, but he's been redone too. And he looks different, but the guy they played him tries to be.
Oh, it's a different guy?
It's a different guy.
Just like Morpheus is a different guy?
Yeah. It's Hugo Weaving, right?
Hugo Weaving
tries to do a Hugo Weaving, but it is awful.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he can't do it.
Mr. Anderson.
He doesn't even do that. He goes, God, what's his name? Tom. Tom Sanderson.
Tom.
He just goes, Tom. Me and Tom. I'm like, what are you doing? It's Mr. Anderson if you're being Smith.
Yeah.
It was that part really annoyed me. There are a lot of cool throwbacks. Like, they do a lot of similar shots. Mm-hmm. Like, in the first one where they have the helicopter, like, shooting the minigun and it's all from below and the shells are tuned down. They do a shot like that. They do a lot of cool shots. They do a lot of hearkening back to the old movies. But they didn't do some of the stuff that I was hoping they would do. Like, all the fighting is shaky camera fighting.
Fun.
All the combat is just garbage. I was like, what is going on? Yeah, this looks awful.
Yeah.
And there's no bullet time.
That's
camera movement because I guess they didn't want to set up that kind of camera rig. It doesn't look the same. It doesn't have the same vibe. They wouldn't even set up a camera
rig anymore. They just scan them one CG, time and then they just do it.
All CG. They did all CG and it doesn't look as good for some of the stuff.
Had a big budget when they saw the script for this movie. I'm sure Warner Brothers was like, we're not going to give you that much money.
Yeah, as a kind of a love story, it was pretty okay. As a Matrix movie, it was meh.
It just sucks that they sort of like, I don't know, whatever. I didn't see the last Matrix movie, so.
I liked all the first three Matrix movies. I thought they were great. A lot of people hated on the third one. A lot of people didn't like the second one.
I thought just what I always think about Keanu Reeves movies, that he's not a good actor.
I mean, he just plays himself in every single movie he's ever in.
I guess so.
So you gotta like Keanu being Keanu to enjoy a Keanu movie.
Yeah, that's like fucking what's his name? Deadpool.
Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Ryan Reynolds is Ryan Reynolds is Ryan Reynolds. If you don't like Ryan Reynolds, you're not gonna watch anything that he's in.
Yeah, he's just whatever.
I mean, that's just how he is in real life too, because you watch him in Welcome to Wrexham, and that's just him.
Yeah.
He's just
a very
Ryan
bad
Reynolds.
actor. Can just play himself.
He's just extremely likable.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, whatever.
Oh god, the hell's his Twitch name? Can't remember.
Okay.
Buddy's birthday yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 6 o'clock. I was like, I need to leave the house. I've been here just napping on the couch after doing a whole bunch of housework.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, hey, let's go off-roading. Went up to Batch, did a quick little off-road trip. It's pretty fun.
Nice.
It's nice and, good sunset. Because the smoke was just coming in and we were on the top of the mountain. So if you check Sport Studios Discord in the pictures, you'll be able to see the sunset picture I took.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was nice up there.
Nice.
It's very nice. But now it's all like socked in with smoke again. Like, what the hell?
It's not good.
I'm done with it.
I know, the smoke is brutal.
I'm done with it.
Yep. I'm done with it too.
Yeah. And funny thing, the wife's going to work.
Mm-hmm.
They have a new employee.
Uh-huh.
And the employee was like, oh yeah, my friend Dallas is coming to town to deal with his mother's estate.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh yeah. Danae was telling me this. I'm like, oh yeah. Is it the same Dallas or is it some weird coincidence?
Yeah.
Dallas, of course, being the previous owner of the house.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, well, he didn't tell me anything.
Wow.
And it's Sunday at noon and I still don't know anything.
Wow.
I haven't heard a word. So
Crazy.
he hasn't come to town in like 4 years.
Yeah, no.
Since we bought the house.
Yeah.
Like after we moved into the house, like I think he was only for here like a year, but like before COVID, after COVID, haven't seen him.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But he's
just embarrassed,
town, I guess.
He's just embarrassed.
I have no idea.
That'd be what I would guess.
I have no idea.
Embarrassed about the whole situation.
We had we pulled a bunch of stuff out of storage for the electricians to get in there.
Yeah.
So I just started pulling all this stuff out too.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, we can put this somewhere else.
Into the dump.
Nah.
Just gonna store it in your new home forever?
No. Not forever.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's what I would think. He just doesn't want to show his face.
Maybe.
The whole situation.
I don't know.
I mean, it sort of worked out in the end for you, but
yeah, definitely did.
For a while there, it was just like, wow, you really screwed me over here.
Yeah, it worked out for the best anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that was it for my week. Just a lot of business plan. Like business plan every day till like bedtime.
So when you always talk about the business plan about this, can I ask, like, does your business partner do any of that too? Okay.
Yep.
Just you never say like we are working on it. It's always like I'm working on it.
Oh yeah, he was working on it this morning.
All right. Yeah. I've just never heard you say that, so just wondering.
Well, yeah, we are working on it, but you only want to hear about me working on it, so
I know, but you've never once said like he did anything about it, so I just was like,
oh yeah, no, we're working on it.
Okay.
We're working on it, but
sounds good.
He usually goes to bed early and gets up early.
Yeah.
Whereas I like to work on it until I have to go to bed.
Fair enough. So you didn't play anything then?
Other than Game Club, I played one round of Dave the Diver, one afternoon in the game of Dave the Diver.
Right.
And that's about it. It's just too busy. Especially yesterday, I was like, oh, I can actually do housework? Let's go.
Yeah, exactly.
Did a lot of housework and then,
that's good.
I napped on the couch. Tried to. Didn't work out.
Well, I haven't been doing too much of anything because of sickness.
Yeah.
But I was playing some Earthlock, which I talked about before on here when we did the episode where we didn't have a game club and we just talked about a game we played.
Yeah.
You played Chris Tales, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I did Earthlock. So I was like, let me finish this up here, wrap it up. It's kind of like a simple RPG, right?
Yeah,
Whatever. But the way that this game is, they did 2 versions of it. They did the Earthlock Festival of Magic was the first one. And then they released it, and then they kept working on it, and rather than like updating the first one, they just they made another version and gave it away to anyone that had the first one and delisted the other version.
Oh, weird.
Because it was like, I don't know if they ran out of time or they just changed and added to it, but they added all this, and they changed the story. It's very weird. Like in the first version, all the characters are kind of like standoffish to each other, and you'll like encounter a person and be like, hey, do you know where my uncle is? And they'll be like, I don't know where your uncle is. Like, forget you, I'm out of here. And they're like, well, we're going the same way. Like, why don't we work together? And they'll be like, okay, fine, but don't get in my way. Or you'll get to a point in the desert where like one character passes out, and then you wake up, and then they'll be like, where did this character go? And she said, they'll be like, oh, she just left and said like, you guys can handle this, I'm out of here, or whatever. Where in the second version, they're all like nicery to each other and be like, let's work together and go save the crystals or whatever. Or the guy, like, rather than saying like, you wake up and she's gone, she's just like, oh, I've been summoned back to do this other thing. Unfortunately, I have to leave you, but we'll meet up again later. See ya. And then they'll leave or whatever, right?
Oh, weird.
But other than that, like, the game is pretty much the same, like, sort of system-wise and battle style and everything.
Yeah.
But I was sort of like playing a bunch of the original one, and then I'd switch it to the other one and see what the differences were, just to see what they added and changed, and it's pretty interesting to see. I don't know why they decided to do that.
Maybe they got a lot of complaints that everyone is so dickish.
Well, when I was playing it, I was like, wow, these characters are kind of asshole-ish to each other. But they added in the other little mini cutscenes too, so it adds a bit more to the story. Like, in the original version, all of a sudden, like, one of the people show up and you're like, oh, that's a bad guy now? Whereas in the new version, you'll like overhear like little snippets of conversation if you go into a certain area, and it'll be like, oh, that person's acting a little weird. And then it gives you an idea of like, oh, they're going to do, you know, they have their own thing going on or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been doing that. The achievements in it are glitchy though. It'll be like, if you rescue this character, you get an achievement. But I'll be like, I rescued them, and they're in my party, and I didn't get the achievements. What's going on? And then I'll be playing, and then like 3 hours later, it'll be like, oh, you got the achievement. You rescued them. Weird. We figured it out.
Maybe you had to complete some quest line?
No, it's legitimately like that's what it just doesn't pop when it's supposed to. So.
Interesting.
I'm going to wrap them both up.
Wrap them up?
Near the end of the original version, and playing it through on the second version is pretty easy because you know exactly what you have to do. So I wouldn't really recommend them to anybody.
No?
They're interesting, but I didn't pay for them. So if they're free, I'd say check it out. And the only other thing that I did really was I accidentally watched this show on Netflix called Guardians of Justice.
Accidentally, huh?
Well, I was just I kept like looking through, like I was laying in bed, like, you know, am I just going to end up watching American Dad here, or am I going to watch something else? And I was going through Netflix, and this Guardians of Justice popped up. I think that's what it's called, Guardians of Justice.
Yeah, Guardians of Justice, yep.
And I looked at it, and I'm like, oh, this looks like a dollar store version of The Boys. Like, it looks totally budget, you know?
Yeah.
And so then I was like, well, let me play the first episode, see what it's all about. And as it started rolling, it says, like, produced by Adi Shankar, I think his name is, or Ari Shankar. And I was like, oh, he's the guy that, like, produced, like, Dread and all this cool shit. So I was like, oh, he produced
Adi
this?
Shankar.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, so basically this is like, it is like the dollar store of The Boys, basically. It takes place in the 80s, and it's like the superheroes that defend Earth. The main one, Marvelous Man, who's like the Superman one, he kills himself on live TV. And it's kind of like, why did he kill himself? So it's kind of like the Watchmen cross with The Boys.
Yeah.
But it's also like got like weird animation stuff going on, and the costumes are kind of like whatever, and the, you know, it's just kind of budget all the way through. And each episode is like 20 something minutes long. It's it's almost like it's just like a glorified web series, basically. But it's pretty entertaining. And Diamond Dallas Page plays the Batman character. Diamond Dallas Page, the wrestler.
Yep.
So he's called Nighthawk. And then he has his sidekick called Little Wing, who's like Robin. And then there's like the Flash character that's called the Speed, I think. There's like the Aquaman character. There's all like the sort of like prototypical team heroes, basically, but they're their versions. And it's got ridiculous over the top violence and all this ridiculous stuff going on it. But it's very interesting. I would recommend it if you like superhero stuff and you like The Boys.
Yeah.
But just keep in mind that it's pretty budget.
Yeah, it was something that I wanted to watch.
Yeah, I would recommend it. I think you would enjoy it just because it's sort of like on the superhero tropes, but also it's like, why did Marvelous Man kill himself on live TV? And it's like he had a gun that had like a kryptonite bullet, but it's not called kryptonite. It's called like caltronite or something like that. And he kills himself with the caltronite bullet. But then like the Wonder Woman character who's played by, or maybe she's not Wonder Woman, but his like wife is Denise Richards, you know?
Yeah.
She's looking a little haggard now, but she's also like 50, so
yeah,
I'll forgive her. She's also a terrible actress. She's a terrible actress too. Like she's been bad in everything I've ever seen her in.
So Adi Shankar did a 5-minute long short called The End of Pokemon.
He did a lot of shorts, dude. He did one of The Punisher. He did one with Venom called like something about news or something like that. I think he's done a lot of cool stuff, dude. So when I saw his name pop up, I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to enjoy this.
I'll read you the synopsis.
Okay.
Ash Ketchum finally becomes the Pokemon Master, but that came at a huge price with the death of Pikachu. He wants to set free all Pokemon in the world, but by doing so, they end up freeing someone who they weren't supposed to set free. What will happen when the destruction of humanity will be so close?
He let out Mewtwo.
Probably.
What a guy. It's probably pretty good. He's done a lot of cool stuff.
It's only 5 minutes.
Yeah, he done a lot of cool stuff, so I was excited when I saw that. Yeah, I'd recommend it.
Yeah, nice.
Cool.
Yeah, we continue to watch
Ahsoka? No, something else, sorry.
Futurama.
Oh, yeah.
So the first episode of the new Futurama, it was Futurama.
It was Futurama.
You know, it was okay.
Yeah.
Although all the next episodes that come after that have been really good.
Oh, really?
They've been so funny.
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh, well, that first episode wasn't. It was just meh. For the rest of the episodes, I'm just laughing. They're so funny. Okay.
Yeah, I only watched the first one, and I was like, yeah, it was Futurama.
Yeah. But the next ones, they're good.
Okay.
I've been liking them.
I'll have to check them out then.
Yeah.
Usually I find, though, I fall asleep, so then I miss it all, so.
Yeah.
That's like, speaking of falling asleep, Ahsoka.
Yeah.
I was falling asleep near the end of it.
Yeah.
Not that it was boring or bad, just that I was watching it late at night.
I've completely forgotten what the heck even happened in the third episode here.
They were they were going to the big ring.
Yeah, they went to the big ring.
Yeah. And they landed on the planet in the forest.
Oh, yeah, and God, what's her name?
Sabine. Yeah.
They do some Jedi training in the ship.
Yeah.
And they do a throwback to episode 4.
Yep.
Where she puts on the helmet.
Put down your blast.
And with the blast shield down, she can't even see. How's she supposed to fight?
Exactly.
Says the line word for word. And I'm like, yes.
Yeah,
I like it. And all the Wiener boys just cried.
They didn't like it?
I bet you they cried.
You bet you they cried.
Yeah. I bet you they were like, oh, what the hell?
Yeah.
She can't say that line. That's Luke's line. I thought it was great. That whole training sequence I really liked.
I liked it. I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
I don't like her haircut, though.
No?
It's not for me to like her haircut, I guess, but
I suppose.
I liked her better with long hair.
It's a bit of a pixie.
It's even shorter than that, though.
I'm a fan.
I liked her a lot better with her long hair. They added more like baloney space whale lore that I don't like. Because they did that.
They did add some baloney space whale lore.
They did that in episode 9, I think.
Yeah.
Where they were flying and there was space whales around the Millennium Falcon, I think. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But I was like, what is this bullshit?
They're just space whales. Then they do the, they skip through space. Yeah. And they follow the space lanes.
There's a lot of stuff in that
thing. Yeah, I don't know.
With their hyperspace skipping or whatever the bullshit they were doing.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I haven't brought that back to anything, but because they're going to go to a different galaxy.
Yeah.
So they need I don't know how they're going to go to another galaxy.
They're going to take the jump to light speed.
But
they have to use the ring. Like the ring has to be completed and they have to be chasing them.
Yeah. So they're going to have to stick their ship to the side of it or something like that. Like the Millennium Falcon did to the Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
Because there's no way they can get over to another galaxy, basically. They wait for him to come back with Thrawn. I mean, I don't know, anyways.
I didn't... there's some space battles going on in this episode. Mm-hmm. I didn't like any of the sounds of the blasters.
No?
No. I was like, this doesn't sound right.
I didn't really notice.
It didn't sound right. In my opinion, it didn't sound right. And the one thing that I really didn't like was when they started firing up the turbo lasers. Turbo lasers sounded great. But why were they exploding and leaving a puff of smoke in space?
Were they in space?
This is when they were at the ring.
Oh.
They were at the ring and they were firing the turbo lasers.
It looks cool, basically.
But it was like flak lasers.
All right.
Like what?
If we're gonna say that, they're firing turbo laser in space, why can you hear it?
Yeah, right. Why can't you hear it?
Because it just is. Otherwise, it'd be just a silent battle in space.
That's true.
So,
but why the puff of smoke?
Turbo lasers have never laid or something.
Turbo lasers have never left a puff of smoke.
No, they have before.
Have they?
Yeah.
When?
Well, in another episode, there was explosions around when they were putting the when what's his name, Chopper, was putting the tracking thing on the ship. They were firing at the ship, and there was explosions going around it.
Yeah, explosions in space.
I mean, if that's your only complaint, that's small complaint.
Kind of my only complaint. Yeah. Other than I didn't like it.
Just looks cool.
I suppose.
I mean, I remember watching the special editions of Star Wars back in the 90s.
Yeah.
And we came out of the theater, and my friends were like, that was bullshit, the way, the Death Star exploded. I was like, oh, I thought it looked cool. And they're like, but the explosion, the disc was, on an angle. And I was like, what does that have to do with anything? And they're like, it would have been flat. I was like, they're in outer space, man.
Yeah, you just rotate 30 degrees and it's flat.
They're like, nah, man. No, man. And the other one was in the prequels, I think. There's a part where, Anakin, I don't even remember who, but the speeder drives over them. He's like, oh, they would have been crushed to death. I was like, I don't know if it pushes down with the weight of the whole ship with the repulsor. I think it just pushes it up. I don't think it would crush anything underneath it.
Yeah, it just removes gravity from the equation.
So anyways, it's just small complaints where it's doesn't really affect it that much.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, puff of smoke, whatever. I like to see lasers go off into the distance of space. I think that looks cooler.
They just go for eternity.
They just go for eternity, until they run out of decibels, and that's fine.
Yeah, space decibels for sure.
Decibels. I think laser power is measured in decibels.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. It's just how it works.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I work with fiber optics all the time, so
I'll say that you're right then. I don't know.
It's kind of my job.
Or do you think it's just a throwback from old internet speeds for internet fiber optics because it would have been involving sound?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe.
Anyway.
Well, decibels is an amplitude of wave, right?
I thought it was. I mean, I didn't know. I thought it was just for sound, but what do I know? This show's fine. I'm enjoying it. Fine enough.
Yeah. All the Dread-Eye training in this show and the sound, the music that they had with it, it's great.
So far, nothing has been in or I'm like, why is this happening right now? Like when Jack Black showed up in whatever we were watching before, I was just like, why is Jack Black in this? I know they need to have an actor. He was the king of
Yeah, no, I was like, what the hell were we just watching?
That was Mandalorian.
Was it Mandalorian?
I think so.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
And it's just okay, he's a well-known actor, but it's also, you look at him and you're just like, Jack Black is in this show, not like he's playing this character. It's like, that's Jack Black.
Yeah, Jack Black being Jack Black.
And his wife, Rizzo.
Yeah.
Or Lizzo.
I didn't.
Rizzo. Did I say Rizzo?
You said Rizzo.
She just has a lot of Riz.
Lots of Riz.
I don't know if we're going to see any flashbacks or something with Anakin.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, are we?
Spoiler alert.
Okay.
Just because every article is like, whoa, Hayden Christensen. Whoa. Is that who it is? I don't know.
Yeah. But that doesn't mean he's going to be in it.
No. But
rumor.
He's been talked about a lot, so I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing some Hayden Christensen.
Yeah, as long as he's not Darth Vader, I guess.
Yeah. As long as he's
also
Skywalker.
not a very good actor either.
I mean, not really.
Yeah. That's okay, though.
But I mean, the only thing I've ever really seen him in is episode 2 and 3, so.
Yeah, but he wasn't good.
Well,
you saw him in Obi-Wan.
Yeah, he was in Obi-Wan. He was okay.
I don't know.
It's passable.
It was probably the direction more than anything than him being a bad actor, where George Lucas is just like, less emotion.
Less emotion. Be a robot.
Be stiffer.
Be super stiff.
Yeah.
Super stiff.
That's probably what it was.
Probably.
I don't know if we know what the next Star Wars thing coming out is after this.
Yeah, no idea.
I think they're slowing down. They're only going to do like 1 or 2 a year moving forward. They said there's too much, which I don't know if that's true. But I guess it's like, do these shows make any money for them? Like, how could they make money?
I don't know.
Unless when the day it comes out, they're like, oh, we got 1 million new subscriptions. Like, cool. But if their subscriptions just sort of stay the same, they're not doing anything for them, you know?
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
The Alkalite?
The Acolyte?
I don't know what that is. I don't know. I'm not. Star Wars spin-off.
Is that about Grogu?
Oh,
I did notice that. What's her name? I don't know the bad guys' names. There's the witch, and then there's Ray Stevenson.
Yep.
And then his girl. She's like a Padawan. She has the braid. So maybe they're not Sith. Maybe they are Dark Jedi.
They could just be Dark Jedi. New show coming in 24.
The Acolyte?
Ray's new Jedi Order.
Oh, it's Ray. Oh, that's right. Ray. They're doing a Ray show. That's
the
cool.
first Jedi.
I like that. I like Ray. The movie's kind of bad, but she was kind of cool character.
Here's one for you.
Okay.
The Mandoverse event film.
The Mandoverse event film? Oh my god. That would be terrible. You got Boba Fett, the Mandalorian, whatever her name was, Kryze or something.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Can't remember her name either.
God, that sounds like it would be bad.
Tales of the Jedi Season 2.
That's a cartoon.
Bad Batch Season 3.
Cartoon.
I know. These
Don't
aren't
care
new
about
at all.
those.
2 of them aren't new. 3 of them aren't new. 4 of them aren't new.
Yeah. They're just extra seasons.
The only new one is
The Acolyte?
The First Jedi, which doesn't look new at all, because I see Luke, I see Ahsoka, I see Mace Windu.
Oh, yeah, Mace Windu.
Mace.
He has a purple lightsaber.
He does. He's the only one.
Yeah. Yes, George. He has George for a special purple lightsaber.
Yes.
And George was like, well, the Jedi Order, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, can't you just say that they have a purple one? Aren't you the creator of it? Can't you just make some shit up so I got a purple lightsaber? Anyways.
You have to. He's Samuel L. Jackson. You just give him what he wants.
Yeah, I guess so. But then he gets stuff like Secret Invasion.
Oh, yeah. Don't give him what he wants.
Yikes. He produced that.
Big yikes.
It's like, okay, you got a lot of money. Like, I don't know, dude. I'd be like, can we get a better script or something?
Right?
Can we make it so it's at least like 6 full-length episodes? Not they get shorter every episode?
Culminating
Can we get some
in
better
a
CGI or a better
fight?
Story or anything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could have gotten some better stuff.
It was bad all around.
Yes.
God, I was ready for that one too. I thought it was going to be good.
Yeah, me too. And they just dumped it.
It was bad.
It is what it is.
And now we have the world's strongest character as Gaia.
Yeah.
She's the strongest.
The strongest. Is nobody stronger?
No, she's got the DNA of everybody.
Yeah.
She's got everybody's powers.
She's going to explode in like a glorious
We're just never going to
firework.
see her again.
Probably.
That's the end of it. Send the Skrulls to another planet.
Super Skrulls. All the Super Skrulls. The one Super Skrull. There's only one.
That we know of.
It's true.
Who knows? Maybe he dosed somebody.
I guess anyone who got that, even just like one person's DNA is a Super Skrull.
Yeah, basically.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I guess there's I don't know. They're at war with the Skrulls now. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't think they should have done that storyline at all.
They don't know what they're doing over there. They're just like trying to be like, how can we get Robert Downey Jr. back? What can we possibly give him to be Iron Man again? Like, what could they possibly do? Like, money can't be. I mean, I guess it could be, but like, how much money does he need?
I don't know.
Like, they were like, we'll give you $1 billion. It's like, okay.
They wrapped that up. They don't need to bring him back.
Yeah, but it's not about the storyline. It's about like people being like, oh, Robert Downey Jr.'s back as Iron Man.
Yeah, but we don't need that. We want that.
I mean,
but we don't need that.
I don't want it, but I think the movies kind of need that.
They need that, the Robert Downey Jr. Riz.
Basically.
I suppose.
It's crazy his turnaround from being like Iron Man 1, where he got paid less than fucking the guy that played Rhodey.
Yeah.
To being like the whole franchise $1 billion man.
The face of Marvel. You think of Marvel and you're like, oh, Iron Man.
Especially when you think back on his career, we're like, oh, I remember when you got fired from Saturday Night Live for too many drugs, and you were in rehab 10 times, and you went to jail and prison.
Yeah, right.
And you were doing nothing, and then now he's the $1 billion man with lifts in his shoes.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
You know what else is crazy?
No,
there are people who are not on the Patreon for StreamVoid Podcast.
What?
Yeah, I know.
No way.
They're listening to this for free right now.
That's rude of you.
But
I'm just kidding.
If you guys like what you're listening to and you want to support us, you can go to patreon.com/StreamVoid.
Yes, please.
You get in there, you can throw money at the screen, and you can get access to all of our pre-show content, our post-show content, which is all wrapped up into one pre-post show content extravaganza.
Thank you.
You know, when
you're welcome.
I fade it out right in the middle, like when it goes from pre to post. I go,
wow.
I fade it out and I fade it in, and it's like,
you don't even do a horn.
That's how you know That's how you know the transition is there.
Perfect.
I'm a little bit lazy, and you know, it's that kind of stuff.
I don't think I'd ever describe you as lazy, but that's okay.
I describe myself as lazy, but literally the least lazy person around.
Yeah, I'm the laziest.
Yeah, if you want to get access to all that kind of stuff and our bonus videos, which we need to do more of. Sorry.
Yeah, we're going to do some hockey powder, something like that.
Yeah, we're going to get the hockey powder and snort that, and it'll be fun.
No, I'm not snorting the hockey powder. My nasal passages, first of all, would not handle that right now, but also they're pristine, so
yes,
we can keep them that way.
There you go. Patreon.com/StreamVoidPod.
Pristine nostrils.
For pristine nostril boys only. Actually, no, it's not. No, it's not. No. You can have the dirtiest nostrils you want.
Get a camera up there. Let's compare.
Yeah, let's compare. Let's look
I think
at that
mine would be dirtier
septum.
right now, actually.
Probably with all your coughing.
There's some magic nose goblins up there.
Ooh, magic nose goblins as opposed to non-magical nose goblins.
That was just Ren and Stimpy when they call them magic nose goblins. He'd pick his nose and stick them under the desk, and magic nose goblins.
They'd grow into magic nose
Well,
goblins.
do you remember Ren and Stimpy when they would like...
I never watched it.
Really?
Yeah. It was just, I didn't like that style of animation and the weird gross out culture they were doing at the time.
Really? Well, I'll just tell you that they would always do the animation, but when they would do something gross, they would it would be like a painting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know. I've seen it before, right? In that kind of style where it's just like,
yeah. So they would do that with his magic nose goblins. It'd be like a beautiful painting of his boogers underneath a desk or whatever. Kind of gross, but also very
it'd go
well
from
done.
480 interlace to like 8K.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was like a
resolution
legit painting.
Yeah.
It's crazy. There's so many good things in Ren and Stimpy, like Powdered Toast Man.
Don't know Powdered Toast Man.
What about Log? Do you know Log?
I know Log because we put it into one of our homebrew productions of a Star Wars spin-off I did back in high school.
A video?
Yeah,
with Log.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
The whole video was sponsored by Log.
Like what rolls downstairs
in Alone in Paris, run over your neighbor's dog.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know the song because we sung it for many takes.
Classic. What about Don't Whiz on the Electric Fence?
No, don't know that one.
It's a board game. You should know about that. It's a board game.
Oh, it's a board game.
Yeah,
I'll
dude.
get that one.
Exactly.
Bring it in. We'll all
You
learn
don't
to
want
play
to
it.
whiz on the electric fence.
No.
Believe you me.
What is it? You just
It's
there's
just like an electric fence game board and you piss on it. And it shocks your Johnson.
It is scientifically proven that doesn't happen.
What?
You can't electrocute yourself by pissing on an electric fence.
You get a shock.
Barely.
No, electric fence pulses, so
Yeah.
you'll get.
But your
repeated
stream
pulses.
has to be continuous.
Yeah. It'd have to
And
be like
full of salt.
what is it called? Lamellar flow or
Yeah.
whatever.
Laminar flow.
Yeah,
You have to
yeah.
have a perfect laminar flow out of your
Imagine
tip.
you were pissing one day and it just looked like a perfect flow out of your
You're
dongle.
like, what the hell
that
is
didn't
happening?
Move. No splashes.
No
nothing.
splash, just a perfect arc.
And it just looked like it was a piece of plastic. I'd probably just be like, oh my God, I'm in hell. What is happening?
Yeah, because it'd be very hard to maintain the adequate pressure because it has to be an even pressure.
You'd have to have like the perfect day.
Yeah,
Just
the
like the
perfect
most
day.
perfect urination of
You
all
would
time.
have to have the fullest of bladders,
Mm-hmm.
and then just
What if you had just superior wiener control? So you could like squeeze it down so just a little bit came out. So
you
didn't
would have
a
to have
full bladder.
superior control, and I think you would still have to have a full bladder because you'd have to have that pressure backing it up.
But if you could squeeze it enough.
If you
So
could
it was
squeeze
like
enough,
a
maybe
little bit of only a small flow, but it was very like still.
it'd be
Should do
difficult.
some tests, I think.
I think so. We'll see.
See what we can figure
Just do a
out
little
here.
tip pinch. While,
Patreon.
You know,
We'll do some Patreon.
oh yeah, some Patreon videos where we're pinching our tips.
I'm gonna use a clothespin.
Yeah. Ooh, a traditional wooden one, or
Yeah, of course.
one of those
I'm a bit of a traditionalist.
ultra squeezing plastic ones.
No, I'm a bit of a traditionalist.
I think you would just pinch it straight closed.
Yeah, but with enough pressure,
I guess so.
It'd be okay.
All right, laminar flow stream coming up.
Yeah, it is a stream for sure. Oh my God.
Let's if you want to see that, patreon.com/StreamVoid we probably won't do it, but you know, if you're lucky.
That's on the OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember
Uh-huh.
last month
Uh-huh.
we talked about those guys at a board gaming convention who stole $300,000 worth of Magic cards
Yeah, Gen Con.
at Gen Con.
Yeah.
Sounds like they were returned.
Yeah, they knew who it was.
Well, yeah, they got them straight on camera.
Yeah. But they had known who they were. And apparently they're two game designers from New York who designed a board game.
Wow, you guys really screwed up. Maybe they thought it was their stock,
Yeah, right.
wrapped in Wizards plastic.
Obviously a really good game they've designed if they have to steal Magic cards.
Right?
Yeah,
The game was called Castle Assault.
Yeah.
Castle Assault.
You gonna carry that game?
I don't know. Let's see if it's even going to come out.
It's out.
Is it?
Yeah. It's out.
Castle Assault, the board game.
Yeah, it's out.
Oh, 3.8 out of 10.
Well, it's been review bombed a little
oh,
bit.
of course.
Once it came out that they designed the game, the reviews have been negative.
Yeah, this is one we actually wanted to carry
Oh, there you go.
because it's
now.
a deck building Castle Assault game.
Yeah.
And if you say deck building, I'm in.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. Yeah, so these two fools stole these cards and were filmed. And the arena actually had like high definition cameras, unlike most places that have a resolution of 4. So they knew they had good shots of these guys. I'm sure they were shitting bricks
Yeah.
like the next day. It's like, oh, they got a video of us. We're in big trouble now.
Hot threads on the Board Game Geek forum. The designers of this game are accused of stealing $300,000 worth of Magic cards. Next forum post. Is rating this game a 1 due to the morality of the game designers?
Yeah,
Helpful?
you got to separate the art from the artist. Haven't we learned that yet?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they're pretty stupid.
Has the negative publicity made anyone want to try this game? I don't know.
No, I don't think.
I mean,
maybe
it looks like a cool game, and that's what made me want to try it. I didn't realize that it was the game that those the guys that stole the cards was.
Yeah, dude.
That's unfortunate, man.
Like, even in this time of COVID, you'd think like just put a mask on. Like, couldn't you just And then if anyone says anything, be like, oh yeah, I I've had a tickle in my throat.
Yeah.
No one's going to be like, take the mask off. So stupid. These guys are idiots.
Super idiots.
I mean, if you're going to try to steal something like that anyways, you're probably not the brightest.
No. Like, why?
Well, obviously for money. That's why.
Well, yeah, but you literally have a reputation. You literally are putting out your own board game, trying to make that go, and now you're stealing magic
Maybe
cards?
they thought it was a good idea for advertisement. Viral popularity on their game.
Maybe.
Any news is good news.
Yeah, any publicity is good publicity.
That's what I meant. Yeah, just pretty dumb.
It's extremely dumb. Like their game looked so cool.
Yeah,
and now I'm like,
still carry it. Art versus artist. Come on.
Yeah, I suppose. I could.
I could have stolen fucking millions of dollars worth of shit, but I'm just not that way.
Your moral compass points north most of the time.
Yeah, just like I've had the dude, seriously. But it's just not on my radar.
No.
It's not even a thought that goes through my head. You
don't need to.
I mean, these guys probably didn't need to either. But
no,
they just
they did.
Let's wheel this out of here. Like, how easy would it be for me to just open up the back door at work and be like, sell shit out the back?
Pretty easy.
Like, I could do it anytime.
Yeah.
But it's just not something that is...
Not in your wheelhouse.
No. It's just not something I'd ever think of doing.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I just built different.
I guess so.
But you would have bought these from these guys for pennies on the dollar.
Pennies on the dollar.
They just say, oh, we got a good deal on them. We're going to pass the savings on to you. And you're like, say no more.
We'll pass the savings on to you.
Are they like the boxes like serialized or anything?
I believe they're serialized.
Oh, yeah, they are. Yeah, the packs are, I think.
Yeah.
I saw a video from the guy that got the One Ring and he showed off the serial number on the pack.
Yeah.
Because each pack had a number on it. Anyways.
Yes. Saints Row developer Volition shut down by Embracer Group.
Yeah, we talked about Embracer a few times.
Yeah.
How they were buying up everything because they had all this money coming in from Saudi Arabia. And then Saudi Arabia was like, actually, psych. We're not giving you that money. So now they have to shut down and shutter all this shit that they bought because they can't afford to keep it running. And they shut down Volition based off of how what they said was Saint Row. So the last Saints Row game didn't do well enough to keep them around.
Yeah.
So they shut them down.
I suppose so.
But, I mean, I haven't played the new Saints Row game, and it had some bugs and stuff at its launch. But the reviews of it are generally good.
Yeah.
I think it was just the bad word of mouth where...
Probably.
It just got around that it's a bad game, so people didn't play it.
Probably.
Or want to play it. Which happens all the time, where people just take anyone else's word and don't look at it on their own. Yeah. People have a history of doing that where they're just like, yeah, I mean, this guy says it's bad, so it must be bad. Yeah. It sucks because I really like Saints Row 1 and 2. Yeah. Some of my favorite 360 experiences. I didn't really like Saints Row 3 or 4 or the other ones they did. Get out of hell. Yeah, they just became more... Like, Saints Row 1 and 2 were just, like, over-the-top GTA. Yeah. Whereas, like, 3 and 4 were, like, doubly, triply over-the-top. Oh, yeah. Extreme shark jumping. They were, like, action games. Whereas, like, Saints Row 1 and 2 were, like... It was like GTA, but... Yeah. Just, like, more ridiculous. Yeah. Which I liked. And then they got even more ridiculous. Which is not good. I liked it. Like, Agents of Mayhem, where you're just, like, superheroes. This is a Crackdown. Yeah. Or Gat Out of Hell, where you're in hell. Yeah. Yeah. Trying to get Gat out of hell. Yeah. Yeah. It just wasn't really what I wanted to do, so. It sucks because there's not really any sort of GTA competitor really anymore. No, not really, is there? Saints Row was that. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's open world games, but, you know, there was... Nothing in a modern... I mean, there was modern Sleeping Dogs, kind of, but it's not... Doesn't really compare to GTA. Yeah. I mean, they're not cheap games to make, so they have to... You have to really make your money back to really, you know, make it worthwhile, but... Yeah, it sucks. Yeah. I like them. Stories were funny, and even like they had like fake. I think Saints Row 1, they had fake songs that they recorded for the game that would play on the radio for an in-game character that you would deal with.
Yeah.
And one of their songs was called like "Fuck Me Like I'm Your Wife" or something like that. I can't remember, but it was very interesting anyways. I had a lot of fun playing those games.
Yeah.
I'll play the Saints Row game when it goes on sale for $19 or $10 or something like that. Just, I think they went more back to the roots with this one, so I think it would probably have been more up my alley.
I don't think I've seen anything on it.
Well, I remember we talked about it, and a lot of people were complaining about how it was kind of like they were like the Care Bear Saints. Because it was like, oh, we've got the social influencer team here in the game, and like we've got like, you know, I don't know. It was like they were complaining it was like too woke or something like that. Where it's like, oh, the female gang member, and then there's, oh, where's the trans gang member? So that kind of like didn't help their situation. Not that it's a bad thing, but just people
being
like,
dumb.
I don't want your wokeness in my cop killing game.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. That's just life in 2024.
That's the way the culture is going. Sorry to tell you.
Yeah, even though it's 2023, it's life in 2024.
We're living in the future?
We are living in the future.
God damn.
We are people of the future.
That's crazy.
Speaking of the future,
uh-huh.
Starfield surpasses 230,000 concurrent players on Steam in early access.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's the most hyped up game for the year.
But you know why it's even crazier?
What?
Is because to play it on Steam, you have to buy like the early access edition.
Oh, yeah.
Which is $100.
$100 it is.
Yeah, so it's not even like regular price. This is like people that paid extra to play it early.
Yeah.
And that's a lot. 230,000 concurrent for a single player game? That's pretty crazy, dude.
Yeah.
And that's just on Steam. That's not on Xbox or Game Pass or like Windows PC, whatever the fuck they're selling it on. Through Windows, you know?
That's $130 Canadian price tag.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, I'm thinking it's a hit.
It might be.
Well,
what are the reviews? Are people reviewing it good?
Yeah, it seems to be fine. Reviewing fine. It's a Bethesda game. It's Fallout in space.
Yeah.
I've been avoiding everything, so I don't really know.
I know some things because of the guy I went off-roading with on the weekend.
Oh, he's playing it?
He's playing it, and he's like, yeah, this is what's happening. I'm like, oh, that's too bad.
Yeah. I'm going to play it on Tuesday. I could have bought it early because there's like a upgrade for Game Pass.
Yeah.
It's like $39 or something like that. But because I'm sick and everything, I was like, I'm not even going to really play it probably. So what's the point? I'll just wait.
Will I play it on Tuesday too? Maybe.
Be on PC.
It's installed.
Oh, wow. You have to try it out.
I will try it out, but Tuesday might not be the day.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Yeah,
but
we'll see.
Before the podcast.
Oh, yeah. I'll try it out on Friday or something like that. After my power gets switched over and I put my living room back together.
Oh, yeah.
Everything's taken apart. It's just a mess upstairs.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I'm excited to play it. I'm sure I'll enjoy it. I'm only just concerned that it's going to be like, the side missions are going to be like same thing as like in Skyrim or Fallout. Be like, someone stole my family's blaster. Go to this planet to get it back. And then you go to the planet and you get the blaster back, and they'll be like, here you go. Here's a new gun. And it's like, I could have used this gun 15 levels ago. So, but I'm more interested in the story, really, and the adventuring and the discovery.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I'm like avoiding everything, because it's like, oh, I know I can go to Earth in this game, but I don't want to know anything about it, you know?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I'll find it out on my own. So, I'm ready.
Very good.
Yeah.
I have no hype, no level for it.
No hype, no level.
No hype level for it. It's just zero hype.
Zero hype. Not even one. Doesn't even move 1%.
Let's go 1%.
Wow. Generous.
It's enough that I pre-installed it to maybe play 5 days after it comes out.
Yeah. I've had it on my Xbox for a few months now.
Yeah.
But when you pre-install that early, it's only 300 megs.
Oh yeah, I pre-installed it for the full 140.
Yeah, when it comes close, like it will, like a week before it came out, it was like, okay, we're gonna do the install now. So, then it did. Yeah. So I have both that and Lies of P on my Xbox.
Nice.
I might even be slightly more excited for Lies of P, but I've played Lies of P, so that's probably why.
I think my itch was scratched for having that Bethesda style adventure with
the Outer Worlds.
With the Outer Worlds.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is going to do.
But I mean, Starfield's going to be.
It's going to be different.
Better. It's going to be better.
It's going to be different. It's going to be better.
Think about in Outer Worlds where like it was like it didn't even matter. Like I don't need to switch my gun. I'll just continue to use this gun.
You definitely didn't need to switch. I just use the same thing throughout the entire game.
Yeah. I don't need to change my armor. Who cares what I picked up for food? It doesn't matter.
Once I found the right gun that I liked, I was just like, I'll just use this.
Yeah. But in the Starfield, you're going to be able to mod every gun and build your spaceship, build your base.
Yeah. And it'll actually mean something rather than when you modded your gun in the Outer Worlds. It's just like, whatever.
I think Outer Worlds 2 will be a much better game.
Yeah.
So, not that Outer Worlds was bad. I enjoyed it. It was
it's really good.
It was just like, lower budget. So
definitely lower budget.
I think they'll
still really good.
Did Microsoft own them then? Did they own Obsidian at that point, or
I don't think so.
They bought them yet? I did come out on Game Pass though, so maybe.
Yeah. I mean, we played it way after.
Yeah, but it was on Game Pass from day one.
Oh, okay.
Because I remember Kat was playing it on Discord.
Oh.
And I don't think she bought it. Maybe she did buy it.
Maybe.
I can't remember. Anyways.
Yeah.
Let's talk about something else, Starfield.
Sure. There's a controversial missing PC feature. And that is, of course, DLSS.
Yes.
And someone's modded it into the game already.
Yeah. Well, of course.
Yeah.
We already talked about this before.
Yeah, we did.
Where we said, like, oh, they've just removed it because they're going to be going
AMD
with
boys.
AMD
partnership
for launch. And then 6 months later, when their little exclusivity deal is up, they'll be like, we're going to add it in.
Yep.
It's time to add DLSS. So I'm sure it was just already in there, basically.
Probably.
They just had to turn
the modder just had to hit the switch.
Who knows? Maybe not. But I mean, I don't understand why you would care about it. Like, isn't it just AI up rendering?
Yeah, but it uses less compute power.
Okay.
So
you can have a 4K.
Yeah, you can run it
texture,
at a higher frame rate and make it look really good still.
But it is AI upscaled?
Yeah.
But like
there's a lot of that. There's a lot of AI detailing that they tweak up.
But can't you tell, like, hey, this upscaled it. Now this guy has 7 fingers.
No, it doesn't work like that.
It doesn't work like that?
No.
It's not that kind of AI?
No.
Okay.
I found that...
like, when the AI upscaled, like, a picture, like an old video, and the AI upscale it, that's basically what it's doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kinda.
Because that always doesn't look the best either.
Because it picks and chooses things that it needs more detail on, then it brings that detail out.
How does it choose?
It's just whatever you're looking at.
Oh, okay.
If whatever's your prime focus, and it just kind of like, it optimizes everything for that kind of stuff. I found that, though, whenever I use DLSS, it just looks like garbage.
Why?
They're shimmering in like the textures and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, But that's early DLSS, and this is supposed to be using anything that uses DLSS through 3.5, which is like what Alan Wake 2 was doing. Okay. It looks amazing.
So you used it a while ago then?
I used it a while. Yeah, I used it. What the hell was I using it on? Maybe Cyberpunk? Oh, maybe I was using it on Cyberpunk, but on my upstairs PC.
Oh, well, that's part of the problem then.
Which is only a 2060 up there.
Yeah. It wasn't really strong enough computer to do it properly.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about it because I'm playing it on Xbox.
You sure are.
No, well, I guess I could play it on PC maybe. It's probably cross-save. Maybe.
Who knows?
It's on Game Pass, so I can play it either way. But
yeah.
I don't know. I just bought my Xbox. I better use it.
I mean, you bought a 3060 Ti and
don't talk about it. It's gonna
still sitting in the box.
It's gonna be used eventually.
Eventually, maybe next year.
Well, I just need a few more parts, and then it's ready to go.
But when? When are you getting those few more parts?
Well, I don't know what cooler to get. I already got the CPU. And
just get a Noctua air cooler.
Sure. Yeah, sure. Whatever you say. It'll be done. Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't you worry.
I'm not worried.
Okay, good.
PlayStation Plus.
Mm-hmm.
That's a thing. Their 12-month subscriptions are receiving a substantial price hike.
Oh my God, why?
I don't know, but they're going up by like $20 a year. So your PlayStation Essential is going from $59.99 to $79.99
oh my God,
year.
That's American.
Yeah, and that's American. Plus Extra is going from $100 to $134.
Oh my God.
And Premium is going from $119 to $159.
So their most expensive one, which is, oh my God, their Game Pass level basically.
Yeah.
Is $160 a year. That's basically a little less than the Ultimate on Xbox, but Ultimate on Xbox gets you PC gaming as well.
Yes.
I don't know, man. The pricing doesn't seem that good to me.
No, they're not giving you as much stuff as Xbox does, that's for sure.
Just like the Essential one is like the new Xbox Game Pass, I don't know what they call it, which they're switching gold from, where you have a selection of like 20 games to play from, which is what Essential is, basically. I don't know, man. Their Game Pass, they have a fair amount of games on their thing, but it's only PC. I mean, I guess
PlayStation.
I guess
only
when you're
PlayStation.
Yeah, sorry, did I say only PC?
Yeah.
I guess when you're number one, you can just do whatever you want.
Oh.
It doesn't matter.
You can do, with Premium, you can play on PC.
Say what?
Yeah. Stream game.
Stream
games from the PlayStation Plus catalog to Classic catalog to your PC on demand.
Yeah, okay. Streaming.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's whatever.
You know, their catalog isn't as good.
Well, that's what you say. A lot of people say that the Sony exclusives are way better than Xbox, but it depends what you like. Like, they've got God of War, they got Spider-Man, they got The Last of Us.
Yeah.
They got all these high quality exclusives where what does Microsoft have? Starfield. Halo. Gears of War. Arguably Halo and Gears of War, like, who cares about, really?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it just depends. Yeah, if you think there's a value into it, I guess that's good for you, but it doesn't really seem that good of a deal to me.
Yeah, I mean, 1 month for Premium is $21.99.
Canadian?
Yeah.
That's more than Premium Xbox Game Pass. It's $18.99 a month in Canada.
$140 right now for Premium for the year, which isn't, I guess it's not too bad.
That's Canadian.
It's not too bad. That's like $15.
I mean, I don't know, dude.
Well, I mean, with subscriptions, I'm paying, I don't know what I'm paying for, like Netflix and Disney Plus.
Too much.
And all that.
Too much.
Yeah, I probably have like $100 a month in subscriptions.
Like, Netflix, when it started in Canada, was like under $10, I think.
Yeah.
And now it's like, I think I'm paying like $18 or something like that.
That's a bit.
Yeah.
We all cut our cable, and now we're paying $100 a month just to get 4 channels.
It's time to go back to cable, maybe. Yeah.
No, I can't go back.
What am I paying for right now?
I'm paying because I don't want ads.
Yeah, I'm paying Netflix, Disney Plus, Crunchyroll, Game Pass, Restreamio, PlayStation Plus Essential. Is that it? I think that's it. So 6 subscriptions. Only 5 of them are like for doing something with. One is for streaming, so that's a bit different. But
what do I got? I got Netflix, Disney, Prime.
Oh, I forgot Prime. Fuck. There's another one.
High Dive, Crunchyroll.
Yeah, 2 anime ones.
Yeah.
Game Pass.
Game Pass.
Yeah. What else would you have a subscription to? Guru is basically
AG1
subscription.
Yeah, Guru is essentially Guru, AG1.
Yeah.
Sakurako.
What? Oh, that candy one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I canceled it because it's expensive.
Do you still have PlayStation?
No, I don't have PlayStation anymore. So I have 9 subscriptions.
Yeah.
If you count Guru as a subscription.
I'm also subscribed to Hydro, PC Gas, my phone. Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah. Lots of subscriptions out there.
I had Shudder for a while.
Yes.
I got rid of Shudder.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why?
Why did I get rid of it?
Yeah, that's like your channel.
Because I watched Skinamarink.
That was it? You're like, I can't watch this anymore.
It was just like, I don't know. I just wasn't in the mood to watch some horror stuff, so I was like, I'll just cancel it after I watched Skinamarink. The only reason I got it was because I said Skinamarink, I was watching it as a pirated thing. I'm like, ooh, the quality's really bad in this pirated copy.
Yeah.
I better just get it from Shudder. And then it was like, oh, it's just really bad.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
Whatever.
Elon Musk. Let's talk about Elon Musk.
Do we have to?
Yes. We don't have to, but he was at a Valorant tournament the other day. Mm-hmm. I don't know how long ago. And the camera found him in the crowd. And they were like, hey, here's Elon Musk. And then the entire Valorant crowd started chanting, bring back Twitter.
Yeah, he's not a good businessman.
No, he's kind of awful.
Yeah. So he renamed it to X, as we know, because that's the edgelord way to do it.
Yeah, X.com. Let's go.
And yeah, they were chanting at him. At least, did they boo him?
They booed him and chanted at him.
I would have booed him too. He's an idiot. But I don't know. Like, let's let him destroy Twitter. Let's just get rid of it.
Yeah.
We can just get rid of Twitter then. Maybe then Facebook's next. That'd be good.
I mean, sure.
Let's just delete them both from the world.
What are all your elders supposed to use?
The phone? I guess.
Yeah, but they're not into the phone now. They're into the Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. It's like when they had the Trump at that baseball game and they booed him and he had a look on his face like, oh, they really do hate me.
President Trump.
They're saying boo earns.
Are they saying boo earns?
Yeah. I don't know, dude. Like, I don't know if it's just in Canada or just where we are, but like Twitter was never a thing.
No.
For me or anyone I knew.
No.
Like, no one I knew was tweeting about, like, oh, going for boba. Or whatever, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you have to tweet when you're going for boba, right?
Yeah, I guess
that's just how it works.
I've never been for boba. So.
So you've never gotten into Twitter.
No, exactly. But, like, no one I knew would be like, oh, what's your Twitter handle? Young or old. It wasn't until I started doing streaming and stuff where it was like...
At BeefJuice69, of course.
That's my Twitter handle?
Yeah.
BeefJuice69?
BeefJuice69.
How did you know?
I know you. I just know you.
Yeah, fair enough. You forgot the rancid part of it.
Oh, rancid BeefJuice69.
So when I'll see people that have been like, wow, you've tweeted like 200,000 times. That's like 50 times a day since the app launched. Yeah. That's crazy.
But you have like 5 followers. That's weird.
So it's like, it never was like, oh, when he was like, we're going to change Twitter to X or whatever. I wasn't like, oh my God, I was, oh my God, I can't believe he did this. He's so stupid. But I wasn't like up in arms about it. Yeah. Oh my God, they've ruined Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter was ruined a while ago.
Who fucking cares? Though I did see a great retweet. Or repost, I guess they call it now, because it's not Twitter anymore. It's X.
Yeah, you're not tweeting. You're
re-Xing up.
Re-X.
No, it was called repost. And apparently they want to add in voice calls to Twitter. And someone had done a thing is like, if you do a voice call to me through Twitter, I will get a restraining order against you. But yeah, he wants it to be like Facebook.
Weird.
Where it's you just go to Twitter and you do everything.
You go to X.com and do everything.
Because they're adding in that. They're adding in...
you buy all your things. You call all your people. You tweet all your nonsense.
Yeah, he wants it all to be... They're adding, everything to this thing. He wants it just to be the catch-all for everything.
I uninstalled it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I kept it in because I followed Game Deals Canada.
Yeah.
So I like to see if there's
I uninstalled it. I was like, I can't look at this anymore.
Yeah, it defaults to be like, instead of going to like my For You or whatever.
Yeah.
Or my following one, it always defaults to the For You one. And I'll be like, why am I seeing these fucking cat tweets? And be like, oh, it's
tweets
not
from
my,
cats.
It's not my following one. It's like the recommended ones. I don't want to see that.
No, neither do I.
And every time it'll be like, hey, do you want us to like look through your contacts, find other people to follow? I'm like, no.
I don't.
Or like, do you want push notifications? Absolutely not. Because then all of a sudden
that
it'll be
garbage
like,
to yourself.
Here's a recommended post, and it'll be like a thing from Logan Paul, and I'll be like, no, I don't. Here's the latest from Mr. Beast. No, I don't want to see that.
Yeah, I was getting some of those. I was like, I could turn that off, but I think I'll just uninstall instead. That seems easier.
Maybe I'll do that. Just look at it when I get home or something on my computer. Because fuck, it sucks. Yeah, I uninstalled Reddit for the same thing, basically. I haven't looked at Reddit since then. I look at Reddit all the time.
I haven't had it installed in years.
Yeah, I would look at Reddit all the time until they did that whole thing where you can't use their third-party app anymore. Yeah. Like, fuck it, I'm not going to Reddit anymore.
That's all you got to do.
I mean, when I want to find an answer to something, of course I say what I'm looking for and then Reddit to find the answer.
Yeah, yep.
And then I'll look on the website, but I don't use it as a thing to find anything else, really.
No.
Yeah. I saw another clip today, too, about Valorant with Ben Affleck. It was like a clip of him somewhere, and the voice actor from the character Jet was talking to him.
Mm-hmm.
And she said something, was talking to him, and then he's like, yeah, and then they nerfed her. It's like, Ben Affleck plays Valorant and knows about a nerf to Jet? That's so crazy.
Sure, why not?
He seems like he hates his life, so I don't know.
Does he?
Well, every time I see a picture of him with Jennifer Lopez, he looks like he's dead inside. He looks so sad.
That's too bad.
It's like, dude, you're rich and loaded, and your girlfriend's Jennifer. I almost said Affleck.
Jennifer Affleck?
Jennifer Lopez.
I thought you were going to say Jennifer Anderson.
A smile on your face. Well, his ex-wife's Jennifer Garner, so I get him a little confused. He just likes
Jennifer's, I guess.
Yeah, man. Bennifer's back, baby.
Ah!
But he always looks like just... like, why won't she shut up? So
I haven't seen pictures of Ben Affleck in years.
I don't recommend it. You've seen him as Batman. Come on.
Should I just not Google him right now?
Well, you can. Just search for sad Ben Affleck, and you'll see a picture of him smoking.
It's just the same meme.
He also has the world's worst back tattoo.
Does he?
Yeah, he's got like a weird samurai Chevy tattoo or something on his back. Just like
a Chevy tramp stamp?
No, you would see it. It's like a full back tattoo.
Huh.
It's so weird. I mean, he's a famous movie star, so he's probably fucked in the head, but he's got a weird... It's just like, why would you get a full back tattoo like that? As like a white guy.
I don't know. To channel his Asian heritage?
I guess so. I don't know. I'm sure it was like, I'm thinking about getting this tattoo, and all his yes men were like, yeah, that'd be cool as hell, Ben. You should do that.
Ben Affleck's sad Grammy face is not a joke. It's an inspiration.
Yeah. He just is sad all the time.
Is that a sad face?
I don't know. He's probably not smiling. It's probably just resting bitch face.
Ben Affleck does not look thrilled to be at the Grammys with Jennifer Lopez.
Are they walking to a car or something like that?
No, he just looks like he's giving a smug look.
Yeah.
I don't know,
dude.
I don't know.
Just cheer up, Ben.
Cheer up a little, Ben.
Yeah, come on. Snap out of your funk.
Yeah. Just come over and play some video games with me. It'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll talk about Jet and how she was nerfed.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Exactly.
We'll Valorant side by side. You can LAN party with us.
I've never played Valorant for 1 second.
No?
No.
Just turn it on. No. Play for 1 second.
I got lots of Valorant gear and stuff.
Yeah, me too.
Prime.
Yeah, a lot of little dinguses for my guns.
Yeah, exactly. Little tchotchkes everywhere.
Tchotchkes.
Did you play Valorant?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I figured as much. It's just
I'm not
like Counter-Strike with superheroes.
I'm not 18 anymore. I can't play that game.
It's Counter-Strike with superheroes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have that. I don't have that snap aim. Yeah. I need to play a game where it takes more than one bullet to kill me.
Yeah, exactly.
I need to be able to slide around and
exactly.
Can't play games where there's no apex slide.
They have to have a slide?
Yeah. If it's a first-person shooter. Everything feels weird if you don't.
Okay.
It's like, oh, this doesn't feel good at all.
Have to be slipping and sliding everywhere.
If you're in a first-person competitive shooter, it needs to have the best movement ever.
Okay. All right.
You got it?
I got it.
All right.
Get off my back.
Good.
Okay.
Game Club.
Sorry.
Just right into the microphone. Didn't even look away. As soon as you just right into it.
I don't know what's wrong with me. Well, I know what's wrong with me, but anyways, I can't help it. It can't be helped.
Ladies and gentlemen, each week we play a video game. We play a chapter or a segment or a timed interval of that video game.
Yes.
And then we talk about it.
Yep.
And of course, we are going through the chapters of The Wolf Among Us.
The episodes.
And we are currently, the episodes.
Yep.
I guess they're not chapters, but
there's
episode
chapters
3.
in the episodes.
It is called A Crooked Mile.
Yeah, dude.
Yes. If you want to, this is a game club. It's like a book club except for video games. If you want to play along with us, get the game. And you should already have it because you got it for free on Epic.
Epic or Xbox Games with Gold.
Yes. And you can join the Discord down below, or you can join us live in the chat at twitch.tv/StreamVoid
Or on YouTube.
Or on YouTube. Yes, it's true.
Sometimes Facebook.
But Facebook doesn't want to play right now.
Yeah.
And you can play along with us and talk about the game with us.
Yes, please.
Share your experiences and what you liked and didn't like about this particular chapter.
Exactly.
So we're still in the hotel. The episode starts, chapter 1, we're still in the hotel.
We've just found out Ichabod was finger blasting Lily.
Yeah.
When she was glamored to look
straight up
like
finger blasting.
Snow White. And we have to let Snow White know.
Yeah.
About the finger blasting by proxy.
Proxy blast.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is just, we're in the open arms and we're still blood all over the place. And we're talking to
Beauty.
Yeah. Talking to Beast.
Yeah, so Beast's, he's like knew about it already. And Beast's like, Beauty's like, how did you know? He was like, I was at the Trip Trap Club. And I heard them talking about it. And she's like, are you drinking? So they both have secrets.
Yes.
From each other.
Yes. There are secrets.
Yes.
Though we don't see Beast's picture on the wall of the Trip Trap like we see everyone else's.
Well, maybe he's not a regular.
Yeah. Just a binge drinker.
Yeah, maybe. So we got to go talk to Snow, and she's at the funeral for Lily.
Yeah.
Which is at the docks.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Under the bridge.
Strange. Oh, because they're trolls.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense now.
So there's going to be a sacrificial burning and some altars and some stuff like that. And offerings.
We find out that Holly didn't get Lily's body because Crane threw it down the well.
Yeah.
Because we told her she could go get the body.
Yeah.
But then Crane threw it down the well, which we know why now, because he was finger blasting her. And she's upset that she thinks we did it.
Yeah.
So when we get there, you can interrupt Snow. Did you interrupt Snow?
I didn't interrupt.
Wow. I thought you were being a doucher.
I completely forgot to be a doucher this entire episode.
Okay. Fair enough. So
I went back into just being me.
Yeah.
Just making the choices that I would normally make.
Exactly. So I didn't interrupt either, and I looked at the table just to see what was going on.
Yeah. I'm trying to keep Snow in the good books and just kind of like, and Snow and, what's her face? The people from the Trip Trap. And then I'm kind of addicted to everyone
Holly?
else. Yeah.
And Grendel?
Holly and Grendel, yeah.
Yeah. I'm being nice to everybody generally. I'm giving in the benefit of the doubt pretty much to everybody. Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
So we wait for her to do her thing, and then Holly sees us. She's not too happy.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm here to talk to Snow. I'm sorry about your sister or whatever. And we talk, whatever. I don't even remember what they say, really. Just... Well, we found some information about the dead body.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she has to go be part of the burning because she spoke, so she left. And then I get a little shotgun in the back.
Well, we talked to Narissa as well a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Just to see if we found out anything.
Oh yeah, I just told her that. Yeah, it was helpful. Thank you. I didn't tell her like, Ichabod did it.
I told her it was helpful too. Yeah, and then Tweedledee and Tweedledum show up, shotgun in the back.
Yeah, and they're like, "You got to leave Crane alone. He's the crooked man wants to deal with him. So you're just gonna like shut up and go sit at home for a few days and just relax, let everything pass by."
Yeah,
and I was like, "I don't negotiate with terrorists."
Told him to fuck off.
Yeah, I just was like, not here, whatever.
Yeah, I was also like, not here.
So,
and then the shit started anyway.
Shit started anyways. So what happened for you?
I smashed D with his gun. I punched him in the gut and his gun went flying.
Yeah.
And then, I punched Dumb.
Yeah.
And then D stood back up with his gun.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, D was on the ground reaching for his gun, but Dumb was on the ground reaching for his gun after Holly jumped on him.
Mm-hmm.
And so I kicked the gun out of Dumb's hand, and then everyone got blasted.
Oh, okay. Yeah, everyone got blasted by me too.
Yeah, I wonder if I had gone for the other guy, if everyone's still going to get blasted.
Well, I wasn't too worried about anyone getting shot.
No, I mean, it's only a shotgun. Not going to kill a Fable.
Yeah, especially when like it's Grendel and a troll. So
yeah, though Holly goes down really quickly.
Yeah, I was like, oh, did she actually die? But
she took a one shotgun blast,
yeah.
And I was like, oh,
she didn't die, thankfully. But
yeah,
I was like, oh, maybe she did take a blast that was a little too strong for her.
I thought Gren was going to be a little bit more hearty than he was in this. Yeah. I was like, oh, wow, okay.
He looks like Oogie Boogie.
He does look like Oogie Boogie. Everyone kind of like just like went down really easily. I was like, oh.
Yeah. Then we have Dr. Swinehart is stitching us back up.
Yeah.
And he's like, you gotta take it easy.
Trying to remove all the buckshot.
Yeah. It'll come out eventually, he says. So.
Yeah.
But you gotta simmer down. And then I wish my doctor would tell me this. He said, you gotta eat more chicken.
Well, your doctor would know that you don't have to eat more chicken.
No,
you eat all the chicken in the world.
Actually, it's been a while since I had any chicken.
Well, you've been stuck at home, being sick, coughing it up.
That's true. Maybe I'll have some today.
Yeah. Anyway, we're back at the office.
Yeah. And we're trying to figure out what to do next.
Yeah, and apparently, if you just have all the pieces for the magic mirror, you can just put it back together and it'll heal itself.
Yeah. Apparently it'll heal itself eventually, even if you don't have all the pieces, but...
Yeah, it'll take more time. And so Buffkin is there putting the mirror back together, and it turns out that Crane had taken one of the pieces. Well, someone had taken one of the pieces.
He thinks it's Crane because he saw him bend down and pick something up, but he didn't really know what it was.
And so we're looking through, trying to figure out where the heck Crane is.
Yeah.
And we find the key to the open arms, room 207, which is his key. And inside his desk drawer, we find a book of the artifacts from Fables, and one of the pages is torn out, the ring of something.
Something, yeah.
We don't know what it is, and we don't know who has that ring, because every artifact from Fables, from the Fable town, are assigned to somebody. Like, who's got what powerful artifact. Yeah. And then old Bluebeard comes walking in.
He's a bit of a doucher.
He's an extreme doucher.
So he's like, I want to be part of the investigation. It's most of my money runs Fabletown.
Yeah.
What are you going to do about it? Ichabod's obviously the murderer. And I'm like, is he really obviously the murderer?
Yeah. What are you talking about? It's Ichabod Crane.
I personally don't think he is, but
I don't think
Big B kind of thinks he is in the game. The way he talks about things. Especially when you catch Ichabod later.
Yeah.
His options are like, obviously he did it, and even when you say ones that are sort of not pointing to that, he still sort of says it like he's the killer anyways.
Yeah.
But it's getting heated and we have to decide. We've got a few locations we can go to investigate next. And it's like Crane's apartment.
D's office.
The office.
Or the bar.
The Trip Trap Club.
I went to the apartment.
Oh, nice. That's the only one I didn't go to.
Nice.
Perfect.
Yeah, so I went... Okay, so I'll tell you what happened in the apartment. Okay. I go up to the apartment. I'm bumming around.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well, there's not much here. I find a key to something.
Okay.
Don't know what it is yet. And then I'm walking around some more. And I find a room that's locked. So, obviously, key.
Yep.
Oh, I find out that Crane has been embezzling money from the place, because I find a big stack of cash and like an apology note to Snow. And then, I was just like, oh, well, haven't had any cash.
Oh, wow.
So I pocketed it.
Crazy.
Because I was like, this might come in handy later, because there's been 2 times now where I've had needed cash and I haven't had any.
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe there'll be a third.
Yeah.
And then I go into that room, and guess who's in the room?
Someone's in the room?
Someone's in the room.
Who could possibly be in the room? Let me think here. Who could be in the room? The only person I could think is it someone we've seen?
Yeah.
The only person I could think that would be in the room would be Jack.
It's Jack.
Wow.
Jack's in the room.
Okay.
And he's heard that Crane has run off. And so he's just on his way out the window with a duffel bag.
Oh.
And so I'm like, Jack.
So he's robbing him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So grab Jack. And, Jack's not letting up anything, so I'm just like, well, you're going to take a fist.
Well, you punched him?
I punched him.
Wow.
Like, boom. He's like, big beat. There's no need for that. I'm like, just give me the stuff, man.
Yeah.
So you look in the bag, and inside there are more glamours.
Oh, okay.
Same thing.
Yeah.
So we know we're looking for a witch at this point.
Yeah. Okay.
And so
we kind of knew that already.
Yeah, we knew that.
Buffkin's overheard. Did you talk to Buffkin?
Yeah.
about
Buffkin.
it? Okay.
I think that's part of the thing. Buffkin overhears that there is a witch that he's going to go see at 2 a.m. 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And so you have like a time limit to how to get there.
Yeah.
And so we go through all this stuff with Jack. He tells me that the witch's name is Auntie Greenleaf.
Oh, okay.
And this is her symbol is the stag. And
Okay. Cool.
But I was like, okay, Jack. Crane's an asshole. Just get out of here.
Did you let him take the stuff?
Yeah. But Snow comes in and she's like, what's going on in here? Who are you talking to? Oh, hey, Jack.
Yeah.
And then it's just like not a big deal.
She's just like, oh, Jack's here. Okay.
Yeah, I just start feeding Snow information and she just completely forgets about Jack.
Oh, nice.
And then I leave and then Jack's like going out the window and Snow's like, Jack? Wait a second.
Exactly. So, which one did you not go to?
I didn't go to Dee's office.
Oh, okay. I did go there, so.
Did you go there first or second?
I went there second, so I'm assuming that the trip trap was probably the same for both. Because you went there, right?
Yeah, I went there second. You went there first. So when I get there, the Woodsman's there. Grendel's there. And Holly is asleep.
In the back room?
Yeah.
Was Grendel awake?
Grendel was awake, yeah.
Okay, so it's probably the same for both of us when you go in. And Grendel's all doped up because he's on then, but he's resisting going to sleep.
Yeah, because he's like, it's going to make me real high.
The Woodsman is like, you're not supposed to mix alcohol with it.
Yeah.
And then they get into a tussle.
The Woodsman's just he's just a good guy, kind of.
Sort of. But they get in a tussle, right?
Yeah.
Did you interfere or anything?
Yeah.
I didn't. I just let them fight.
I was like, stop it.
They fought, and then they stopped fighting, and then they were yelling at each other, and I was like, what's the fucking problem around here? And then Grendel's like, yeah, he was paying Lily to have sex with her, and he did it behind our back, and blah, 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 and whatever. And he's like, I swear she didn't look like Snow.
It's like, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine, dude.
But when he was leaving, I got to ask a question, so I asked if he'd seen any witches or anything, and he was like, no. And I was like, okay, goodbye. And then Grendel passes out. Did you have a drink with him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did too.
Because I had, when we were at the funeral, I was like, yeah, Crane's an asshole. And Grendel was like, yeah, he is. So we had a little connection there.
I didn't say that.
And so I was like, Kate, let's have a drink together.
Yeah. I didn't say anything about Crane to anybody, really.
Because Grendel's a powerful ally, I think. Because he just goes bananas. So I was like, I'll get Grendel on my side. And go from there.
Then you go into Holly's back room.
Yeah.
And what did you do? Did she get mad with you?
No.
No, she didn't with me either.
No. She was sleeping there. So
did you look at it, the wine bottles first? Or did you just, me too. And you kick it. And she's like, oh, is that you, Woodsman? It's like, no, it's me, Big B. I told her I'm Big B.
Yeah.
And she's like, what are you doing here? We're closed. You should get out of here. But you're not going to do it anyways. You do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And then I grabbed the box from under the bed and looked through it, get the address book. And what did you tell her, like, why you were doing it? I said, I'm looking for Lily's killer or whatever.
I was like, I'm just looking for a killer. I didn't tell you anybody's killer. I'm just looking for the guy.
She seemed to like it. Oh, I liked it too when Grendel passed out. it said, Grendel will not remember any of this.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, he's totally not going to remember any of that. He's so drunk.
Yeah. And then we get a call from Holly. Oh, did you get a call from Holly? Sorry. Did you get a call from Snow there?
Yep.
What did she say?
Oh, I can't remember.
Or did you say like, oh, we have to find someone named Auntie Greenleaf?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Because when I was there, I got a call from Snow, and she says like, hey, Bluebeard's been up in the room for a long time. You should go check it out. Or you can go check out Tweedledee and Dum's place. Which do you want to do? And I was like, I'll go check out Tweedledee and Tweedledum. But I wonder what would have happened if I went to Crane's office. Would Bluebeard still be up there, or would he be already fucked off?
I don't know. But
I went to Tweedledee and Tweedledum's office, and when I get there, there's a guy sweeping in the hallway, and he's wearing like a frog hat. He's got like shaggy hair over his eyes, and he's got a goatee, crazy goatee that sticks out like this way, kind of.
Yeah.
Like out forward. And he was a guy that used to work at the other building, was fired by Crane. His name's Flycatcher. And I'm just like, hey, I'm here to see the Dums, the Tweedles. He's like, oh, they're not here. They've been really nice to me, man. Like, they've helped me out after I got fired. And he's like, okay, well, I want to talk to him. He's like, oh, you can wait in their office. I'll let you in there. I'm going there next. And it's like, okay. So I go in, and Bigby's like, I got to look around. And he's like, oh, I guess that'd be okay. And Bigby's like, I wasn't asking. So I look around, and it's kind of like, there's not much in the office to see except like on their desk there's like inboxes. So you grab the inbox note, and it's from like Tweedledee to Tweedledum, and it says like, you know that I hate dogs. Sincerely, your brother. And then you go look at the other guy's desk, and it's like, hey, I think we should get a dog. And they're like, desks are facing each other, so they're like passing each other notes. But I open a cigar box, and there's a key. So it's like, well, what's going on here? And I'm talking to Flycatcher, and he's like, yeah, they're really nice. They've helped me out. They're like you. They're like sheriff. They help people out who need help. And, they're like a courier. They get packages dropped off, and they deliver them. They're really good guys. And Bigby's just like, they're not good guys. They're not like me. And he's like, oh, they've really helped me out. So I go to the filing cabinet and open it up, because I'm like, let's see if there's any information about Crane here. So you go and you open it up, and there's 5 or 6 files in there that you can read. Mm-hmm. So there's one for Beauty. There's one for Crane. There's one for Snow. There's one for Cinderella. And another one, I can't remember who. But you read Crane's, and he owes the Crooked Man like thousands of dollars. Beauty owes lots of money too. Cinderella is missing, apparently. No one knows where she is. And then, there was one for Faith, I think was the other one. And someone had paid to break into her apartment. Same thing with Snow, to get a picture for the glamour or whatever.
Yeah.
When I'm done doing that, I sort of yell at Flycatcher. Like, again, in this game, your choices don't imply tone when you choose them.
They sure don't.
So I'm like, oh, this is the one I want to say to him. Then I start yelling at Flycatcher, and I'm like, oh, I didn't mean it that way. So I kind of made it look, he looked like he was pissed off, and then he walks out, and he's like, there's a hidden door behind this cabinet here. Like, they go in there, and I don't know, maybe something will be down there that'll help you, right? So I open it, and it's just like a dark stairway leading down, and you start going down the stairs, and the Flycatcher's standing at the top of the stairs, and I was like, oh my god, they jebaited me. He's not a frog, he's like a spider catching me in his web. Oh crap. But no, it didn't. It wasn't that way. He is like a frog. But you go down there, and then you find like there's all these packages on the walls, and I open one, and it's like a tin with all this money in it. That's Crane is paying back the Crooked Man. Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, do I keep the money? I was like, nope, put the money back. I'm not stealing the money. But we find out like there's a geez Louise, how did I find out about Auntie Greenleaf down there? I had in Lily's book, it had all the names. Her address book. It had initials from the Trip Trap Club. And I think I found a note or something there that said it's Auntie Greenleaf, or like this is a payment to Auntie Green. Oh no, it was Snow's hair for Auntie Greenleaf. And then they're looking in the book and it says like all the initials. There's AG, and they're like, that's AG. But then I was like, is it actually her name, Auntie? Or is that what she's called? Because there was an MG on the other page. So I was like, are we going to go to the right place? Oh my God. But we go to the Auntie Greenleafs to meet Snow there.
Yeah.
And you can just like knock on the door or like kick the door open or listen at the door. I just talked to the door like, hey, it's the sheriff, let me in. Did you kick the door open?
No,
okay.
I knocked.
And the little girl opens the door and she's like, hi, I'm a little girl. And I was like, that's Auntie Greenleaf.
Yeah, I was like, okay, Auntie Greenleaf.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice try.
Yeah. So we look around the apartments, check things out, whatever. Find the glamour that's locked or made her into Auntie, like this kid or whatever. Yeah. And we break it and she didn't like that too much.
Weird that it's not on her body.
Well, it's in her apartment. I don't know. Maybe it's proximity. Maybe it's because she made it. Like, yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
But we turn her back in Auntie Greenleaf, and she's kind of standoffish. Doesn't want to.
Did you find the box to the butcher?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like in the closet or whatever.
Yeah.
So we finally like get some information like about Ichabod from her or whatever.
Yeah.
And then Snow is like, well, you're doing illegal things over here. We're going to have to burn your tree down. And that's kind of the threat that she's like, no, I don't. That's from the old world and I need it and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, that's how she makes her charms and her stuff.
So what did you decide to do with the...
I burnt that bitch down.
Wow, really? I did not. I just let the time run out and the game chose for me.
Snow said burn it. I burned it.
I was just like, well, she helped us out here, so I didn't really want to do it. So I just let the game... I chose like the ... when the time runs out. And Bigby kind of looked around and just left. And Snow's like, well, I kind of see where I stand with you then. I was like, she didn't like that too much.
No.
She'll get over it, though. So I was like, maybe it'll be a helpful hand to have Auntie Greenleaf on my side. I don't know.
Maybe.
But we find out that Crane took the ring of... It's like the ring of, like...
Truth.
Basically, the ring of denial, and it's supposed to, like, make you tell the truth or whatever.
But it's lost its juice.
It doesn't work anymore. But he's gone to the...
Puddin'
Pie to talk to the girls there to make them tell that he didn't do it.
Yeah.
Because they're all like under the spell of like my lips are sealed or whatever.
Yeah.
They can't say anything. So we show up there and Georgie Porgy's on the phone. And he's like, oh, you're here to test a sample or you're here to make your bitch go to work or whatever.
He was like, oh, you're here to smash up the place again?
No, that's what he said.
I smashed it up. Yeah.
So we hear Ichabod in the back room and we go in there. I didn't beat him up though. I just grabbed him.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I was like, you're not the killer.
Yeah.
But
even at that point, Bigby was kind of like, what are you talking? Because Snow's like, I don't think he did it. And she's like, what are you, crazy? What are you talking about? I'm like, well, he didn't do it, obviously.
No, definitely didn't.
So we're like, you're under arrest. Let's get out of here. And then we push him out. And I was like, oh, it's perp walk time.
Yeah.
And then we start heading out and a car blocks the alley. And it's like, who's in this car? And then we go down the other way. And then a limo pulls up and another car pulls up. And Tweedledee and Tweedledum get out with some woman. I'm like, who's this woman? I don't know this woman. I don't recognize her. And then I was like, is that the cop woman?
Yeah, no idea who that was when she came out.
Yeah. And then it's like, oh crap, it's Bloody Mary. That's probably not good.
Yeah.
So did you kill a dumb?
I did not kill a dumb.
Yeah, me neither. We get into a big fight. We turn into the big bad wolf.
Oh yeah, fully into the big bad wolf.
Get blasted by about... I don't know. How many rounds of a shotgun?
Lots.
I don't even think they reloaded.
No, they didn't.
They were just blasting the shit out of us.
Yeah, I have and this is a smash Q to continue kind of scenario.
There was a lot of A smashing for me.
Yeah, and smashing Q on that chiclet keyboard that I'm using upstairs is extremely difficult.
I bet. I bet.
I have to like use my right hand. Just,
I have noticed playing on a controller, like you'll have like you have to put the cursor over the spot and then like press right trigger or left trigger. Yeah. It doesn't matter what trigger you press.
No,
because I'll move it over here and it'll say like press left trigger and I'll hit right trigger and it's like that's fine.
That's close enough. You got it.
Yeah. So I threw them around, beat them up a bit, but I didn't kill them.
Yeah, I know. I didn't either, and I was like, I should have killed him.
I'm not a killer.
I'm trying to... Snow was right there. I didn't want to see her.
She was already like traumatized from seeing the whole thing going on with the big bad wolf. But the crooked man is there in the limo, and I was like,
you get
is he a vampire?
Get shot from Bloody Mary with a silver bullet.
Yes.
And there was a whole thing about they're talking about werewolf. No, he's a werewolf.
Yeah. And then Snow finally is like, you can take Crane. Just don't kill Bigby.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay. The crooked man kind of gives the wave, so she's like, I guess so. And but you see the crooked man, just a very small glimpse of him. I was like, is he a vampire? What's going on here?
Who is the crooked man?
Exactly.
Is it the Mad Hatter?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. He didn't look too tall. The Mad Hatter's short, but I guess anything could be
glamoured up.
She had a crazy axe she was going to chop my head off with, too.
That was the woodsman's axe.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it had the same symbol on it.
Oh, yeah, it did.
But, that was the same symbol that they needed on the floor to open up the puzzle crystal ball thing.
Oh, yeah.
Same thing. You could have just located it yourself.
Norse rune or something like that.
Something like that. And of course, I'm talking about Ashoka right now.
Oh, yeah, right. Yes, that's what you right.
Yeah.
And we trade Ichabod for Bigby, basically.
Yeah.
I think they were going to take him Ichabod anyways, so Snow's like, all right, take this motherfucker and get out of here.
Get out of here. Leave Bigby alone.
Exactly. Pretty interesting chapter.
Yep.
Not as cliffhangery as the other ones.
We learn a little bit, but not anything crazy.
Yeah. But you sort of see some of the different changes in the characters where they're sort of changing the way they interact with Bigby.
Yeah.
Like, Holly was, she was drugged up, but she was nicer to Bigby.
When drugged up.
Grendel was nicer.
Yeah.
Georgie Porgy's still a doucher.
Yeah.
But, met the flycatcher. I didn't see Jack. But the one thing I saw, like in the preview for episode 2 in the preview for episode 3 after episode 2, it showed Bluebeard, but he was sitting at Ichabod's desk.
Yeah, with his feet on the desk.
Yeah, which we didn't see.
Sure didn't.
So is that in another episode coming up, or what's the deal?
I don't know. Maybe we didn't make the right choices to get him there.
Well, I thought it was like it shows you what's coming up based off of what you did. Not what...
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's weird.
Because all the other ones that happened preview, like it showed Beast and me fighting in the hallway and stuff like that happened.
Yeah. Yeah, so, that whole thing with Bluebeard, I noticed that right away. I was like, oh.
Because I thought he was going to be like on the boss,
yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I thought that was going to be like a major plot point.
Yeah. So, anyways, we'll see what happens. There's only 2 left, so it's almost over.
Almost over, and then we'll have to decide what we're playing next.
Mm-hmm.
Have we already decided?
Starfield. No, just kidding.
We haven't decided yet.
Exactly. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, I'm still loving it. Oh, except for whatever reason, one of the achievements didn't unlock. So it's like I did chapter 1 of episode 3, and it didn't give me chapter 2 of episode 3. I got every other chapter of episode 3 except part 2.
Oh, rough. So now you got to go back and play it.
I know. It was very weird.
How do you...
I don't know, man.
How it works, man.
I don't know. I was looking through them, and I was like, what the fuck?
That's weird.
So, it sucks, but whatever. It's not like it takes... Oh, and the one thing is that I played through the whole thing at the Trip Trap Club, and it got to the end, and Snow called me, and it went to the loading screen, and it just froze. It was not loading. The music was playing, but the little thing wasn't turning.
Yeah.
So I waited like 30 seconds, and I had to I have to exit the game, and I had to redo the whole Trip Trap section again. So I just chose the exact same things again just to see the same story. But then when it got to the end, it was instantly into the next section.
Weird.
Like a millisecond loading time.
Crazy.
Sucked. Anyways.
Yes.
Whatever. That's the first... Maybe that's why I didn't get the achievement.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Anyways.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to bring us into this podcast and this segment of the podcast and the podcast in general. Yeah, like I said at the beginning of the start, the beginning of the start, you can join the Discord down below and you can play along with us. We usually try and pick games that we're giving away for free on Epic or are on Game Pass, so it's not a huge monetary investment on your part.
Or if it's something we really want to play.
Yeah, or if
then
it's
we
something
gotta
we really
buy
want to play. Then you gotta buy it.
Yeah, you just have to suck it up and pay it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can also suck it up and pay patreon.com/StreamVoid.
Yeah,
You know, if you're liking what you're listening to and you want to help
Sure.
support this podcast, that's
Do
the
that.
best way and the only way to do it, really. With your hard-earned dollar dues, anyway.
Or just like and comment and subscribe, tell a friend, and yeah.
Yeah, the old tell a friend.
Stroke my ego.
Do it. All right, we will see you guys again in 1 week's time.
Bye.
Bye.